A laser locks on. A drone falls. But this wasn't a cartel threat in the desert sky. It was America shooting down its own. A seemingly threatening aircraft neutralized inside restricted airspace. Coordination promised, investigations demanded. So how did a border mission turn into friendly fire over Texas? The US military mistakenly shot down a Customs and Border Protection drone near El Paso, Texas on February 26th. Lawmakers were formally briefed after the Department of Defense used a laser-based counter-drone system against what it described as a seemingly threatening unmanned aircraft operating in restricted military airspace near Fort Hancock, roughly 50 miles southeast of El Paso. Following the incident, the Federal Aviation Administration expanded temporary flight restrictions over the area through June 24th for security reasons. The FAA said commercial flights were not affected. In a joint statement, the Pentagon, FAA, and Customs and Border Protection said,
"This reported engagement occurred when the Department of War employed counter-unmanned aircraft system authorities to mitigate a seemingly threatening unmanned aerial system operating within military airspace."
The statement refers to the military's use of counter-drone authority inside US airspace. It continued,
The engagement took place far away from populated areas, and there were no commercial aircraft in the vicinity. These agencies will continue to work on increased cooperation and communication to prevent such incidents in the future.
The agencies emphasized safety and pledged improved coordination.
At President Trump's direction, the Department of War, FAA, and Customs and Border Patrol are working together in an unprecedented fashion to mitigate drone threats by Mexican cartels and foreign terrorist organizations at the US-Mexico border.
It marks the second laser-related airspace disruption in the region this month. A prior incident near Fort Bliss prompted a temporary FAA shutdown of El Paso airspace. Senior Democrats sharply criticized the incident. In a joint statement, House lawmakers said,
"Our heads are exploding over the news that DoD reportedly shot down a Customs and Border Protection drone using a high-risk counter-unmanned aircraft system."
The lawmakers were reacting to what they described as a breakdown in interagency coordination.
We said months ago that the White House's decision to sidestep a bipartisan, tri-committee bill to appropriately train CUAS operators and address the lack of coordination between the Pentagon, DHS, and the FAA was a short-sighted idea. Now we're seeing the result of its incompetence.
Separately, Senator Tammy Duckworth called for an independent investigation, stating,
"The Trump administration's incompetence continues to cause chaos in our skies."
The criticism follows broader concerns over military FAA coordination, including past safety investigations highlighting data-sharing gaps. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said he plans to brief Congress. The incident underscores growing drone threats and the escalating risks when military force intersects with domestic airspace authority.